Lithuania, we do not do flavor bans. Hello and welcome, I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 36 video of the Alternatives playlist. And we will be taking a look at this scary product, and it is sort of scary, beyond the marketing style of it. So before we take it over the desk, it's going to be real quick as far as packaging goes. This is nicotine pouches. There are 20 in the can. They can be bought through tokesnuff.com. I am not affiliated with them. It retails at $3.59. As I said, there are 20 pouches in the can, and each pouch has usable nicotine 32.8 milligrams. So they're very strong, and they evidently taste like gummy bears. So with that, let's take it over the desk. This Alternatives playlist will pop up in the last 20 seconds of the video along with another review from it. And with that, we are off. Somewhat disturbingly, the Lithuanians did not feel need just to make one of these. There is a whole candies line. This is just the most absurd that was in stock at the time of buying. So what you have here is a plastic lid on a plastic can. There are the pouches. All right. It does have a catch lid that is sort of hard to access for used portions. That's about as straightforward as it gets. Only thing that throws me off here is I don't know what that is. That may be who's making it. I don't know. So you have a barcode. And then probably the most hysterical thing about this packaging, children's safety, exclamation point, pulled it open, made in Europe. Lithuania is what is listed at toke.com. Toke.com is where I got this product. On the back, there is a production date, the PD up top, the P is worn off, and a Best Buy date. So as you can see, it was made this past year in June, and it is good to the same date in June in 2025. So we are plenty of time. These are considered slim portions. With that, I'm going to see if we can just cut through this. Yeah. Yeah, we can. There's no need to pull this. If you have a child and they have a thumbnail, yeah. Okay, so. Oh, that's interesting, though. What is going on here? Oh, no, it was just sort of stuck. And there we go. So they are sort of plump, well filled. They are long and thin. I would say they're about as long as a dip pouch, but half the width. They are sort of a cottage white, and they're pretty darn plump. They feel soft and whatnot. So there's 20 of them in there. We're going to take this back up top so I can put one of these in my mouth, I guess. And here we are back. So as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit unsettled by this product. This seemed like such a good idea at checkout, like however many weeks ago that was. But now, not so much. It's candy something, but it's a very unnatural, even by candy standards, candy smell. Jeez. Okay. You know what? This is just one of those things that I'm just going to put it in and see what happens. I already know what's going to happen. So off the bat, I'm feeling nicotine almost immediately. 32.8 milligrams per pouch is a little, it's not quite some of like the Siberia levels, but it's a bit much in my my opinion. Not a whole bunch of flavor. Does have some mouthfeel, like contact area. I wouldn't call it quite a burn, not yet anyway, but you get the idea. Just where your gum and lip are making contact with. It's not spreading around the mouth yet. But where I positioned it with my tongue, the tip of my tongue feels it. I want to try to get flavor out of it by like pushing saliva over, but at the same time, I have not had the foresight to bring a spittoon with me, and I don't know if I want to swallow this. It's got a candy-esque flavor. It's got a lot of nicotine, though. Yeah. Yeah. It's got... Put a half a can of Kodiak Wintergreen in your mouth and you'll start getting the idea. I can't get much flavor out of it though. It's not coming off as candy, let me put it that way. It's coming off of something that wants you to think it's candy. And that's just the way I said that is sort of disturbing. There is significant burn building up on the contact area, which is really not good because although I have recently brushed my teeth, I've been dipping here all day. Wintergreen for most of the day. So really, at this point, this late in the day, I really shouldn't be feeling anything right there, but I am. So I'm going to pause this to see if this starts releasing flavor at some point. Back in a moment. And I am back after about a minute. I did grab a spittoon. I took it out of my lip, onto my tongue, moved it around. The burning's sort of lessening, but I am definitely feeling a nicotine surge. Is it taste like gummy bear? I can't really say it does. It tastes like something that's trying to desperately tell you that it tastes like gummy bears. But I mean, even what I'm getting off of it could just be me having read the lid. You know what I mean? Is it good tasting? It's not bad. It's not great. There's not much of it. As with most nicotine pouches, you know, it's very low profile, so you're not really going to see much. It's got a lot of nicotine. Now, my thing with this is, do you need this much nicotine? Because if you get used to this much nicotine, then you're going to really, really close the door on a lot of options for yourself. Because a lot of options are not going to have this much. You know, besides young guys are like, oh, I can't get a buzz anymore. Yeah, I guess you could do it with this. But, you know, you don't put 2 of these in your mouth because that could bring you to like a danger level. I'm feeling my limbs sort of get a little, not tingly, but feeling not quite right. I feel sort of racy. I mean, if you put a gram of Kodiak Wintergreen in your mouth, being the highest dip there is, a gram. Now, you're going to take more than a gram most likely, but if you just took 1 gram, which is what their portion sizes are on the cans, or what is suggested by their nicotine levels on the list, it's like 8.6 milligram. So let's say you put 3 grams in your mouth. You're still only up to like, you know, you'd have to put like a cheek in to get to this level. You're probably taking about 2.5 grams. You're somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 milligrams. Okay, well, this is almost 10 above that. Like, it's just like, you know, I don't really see a point. Now, keep in mind, you technically go in, number-wise, into nicotine toxicity at about 50, where you can start going in. Some people can start. So, like, you know, we're over halfway there with this one little tiny pouch. So definitely do not use more than one at a time. Okay? Two, it's pretty cheap, but I mean, they're saying made in Europe. Like, they won't even say what the home country, like what, I don't know. The marketing thing is definitely like, what? Like, we're gonna have candy flavored, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. It's not the worst thing, obviously, that I've ever put in. There is a cooling sensation going on now, which I find a little bit interesting because it went from burn to this. I'm getting a little more flavor, but again, it's something that's trying to be candy. It doesn't come off as, this is candy. Ooh, this tastes like candy. No, it's more like, this is something trying to make me believe it's candy. Like, it's like a little unsettling on a number of different levels. If you want to try everything and you're into nicotine pouches, see, I'm not into nicotine pouches, so that's a strike right there. That's why I'm not really big on doing alternative reviews. If it's your thing, yeah, and you're one of those people like, I want to know, I want to know what's going on in Lithuania. Well, then, this is going on. This is your guy. Go to topesnuff.com, and underneath nicotine pouches, you will find it. As soon as this recording stops, I will be getting this out of my mouth, because now I'm sort of like, okay, let's go jogging at 1 o'clock in the morning, with it being 26 degrees outside. So that's my take. This has been my review of Sweet Nic Pods candies, the gummy bear variant, now available for nicotine pouch connoisseurs everywhere. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. As always, do take care of yourselves, and God bless.